Now we're going back to Chakotay's Odyssey, featuring the adventures of Janeway.
Okay, get away
which
from
is
it.
our favorite thing. It's going to be going for a long time.
You're in season 2 now. This is the first episode. Was
Season
it
2,
good?
episode
Did it grab
1.
your attention?
No, this was not a good season premiere. It's called the 37's.
That's an
So,
interesting title.
they're going along in space, and they're just
Like
arguing with each other and blah, blah, blah.
Right,
And suddenly
right.
they come across, hey, I think it's Harry Kim picks it up. Their captain, there's a rust outside in iron. And she's like, what are you talking about? How is iron gonna rust in the vacuum of space? Don't be dumb, Harry. Okay?
Would they have iron on the ship?
So, there's an iron trail out in space, like iron particles.
Oh.
And what they find is a 1937 Ford truck floating in space.
So the Fast and the Furious' grandparents were involved.
I guess. I don't know. So they bring it on board, and Tom Paris is suddenly a gearhead.
Why would they bring it on board? Again, they bring everything into the
So
ship.
they bring it on board. They got to
It's
investigate
suspect.
it. Okay. It's from a nearby... we're going to go to this nearby planet. That's where it's from. Nearby planet is there, but they can't beam to the surface because there's dark clouds and everything. It's all storms, right? So, gonna take a shuttle? Nope, can't take a shuttle. So what are we gonna do then? This planet is just covered with this big cloud of stuff. Here's what we're gonna... Janeway's like, Paris, land the ship on the surface.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, that is like so bad.
Like, is that the best they could...
That's bad captain decision, Janeway.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Also, is that the best they could do? Is this new ability of the ship for their season 2 premiere?
Do they
It's pretty weak.
really care about this truck
So
that
they
much?
take the ship down, and it lands on 4 little legs, which is able to hold it all up, even though it's completely like the weight is lopsided.
They're the new titanium, whatever that is in the future.
Oh my goodness! It's got these 4 tiny little feet that it lands on. Okay, sure. And what they come across there is, this is getting into a 90s story. Because if you watch stuff in the first half of the 90s and late 80s, it was all about alien abduction. So they find 8 people that are cryogenically frozen.
And that was their truck?
Sort of.
That's a lot of people to fit into one little truck.
So they got these people that are from Earth.
They would be in the back.
They got these people that are from Earth, and they're cryogenically frozen. And they've been frozen for about 400 years.
Right.
How the hell did they get there? Right? So here's what they decide to do in their infinite wisdom. Okay? Who argues against it? It might have been Chakotay. They're gonna Paris suggests it, and Janeway agrees. They're gonna unfreeze them and wake them up.
Oh God. Again,
Why?
They
in
did
the
this
24th
already.
century.
Didn't they unfreeze some other poor people and told them that their society was no good? Yeah, the dead people that came into the
No. That was a different dimension.
Yeah, but
this is
still,
the same dimension. They're gonna screw this up now.
Your whole belief system is wrong.
They unfreeze these people, and immediately they get taken hostage. Okay? They did disarm them, but one guy was a gangster, apparently Amelia Earhart, because she's in this. Because she went missing. Her and her navigator is like a mobster. So he pulls out a gun from the 30s and takes them hostage. Okay, and they just go along with it, even though they got phasers there. And Tuvok's there with his phaser. He's a security officer. Do something, buddy. So they get taken hostage, and they have to eventually call up to the ship. And it's like, Chakotay, you gotta come rescue us. And he's like, okay, sure. Why not?
It sounds really dumb.
It is really dumb. And then what happens is they're going outside and they get attacked by some aliens, I guess, in these really terrible costumes. It's like really cheap. It's like something a kid would put together with cardboard.
Okay.
Something you would see in the Goldberg. So they get attacked, but don't worry, they take them out because Janeway goes and takes them out herself. And it turns out the people there are human. So here's the story they find out. Aliens came to Earth in the 1930s and abducted a whole lot of people. Okay? Dozens of people. Right. And brought them back to the Delta Quadrant.
For what purpose?
As like slave labor and that.
Oh.
So what happened was, though, these people revolted against them. And destroyed the aliens.
Good.
and their ship that was able to cross galaxies.
Oh, they destroyed the ship too.
They destroyed everything. And this was all 400 years ago. Because they're from the 30s, right?
Right.
So they revolted and started their own society.
There were generations of them.
So this is the multiple generations down, and that's why they thought it was the aliens returning.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And instead they decide, okay, well, we woke up these people from the 30s, and they're like, oh my god, are they the 37's? So these are gods to these people. Because they've been frozen in cryostasis.
Right, they didn't know how to wake them up.
They thought they were dead.
Oh.
So now they're back to like, these people are gods. So all of them are like, I'm staying here, right?
Right.
Or am I going to go on Voyager for 70 years to see if I can get home? Which they wouldn't last that long.
And they realize the Voyager people are not too smart, so they probably
they're really dumb. And then the captain and Chakotay decide people might want to stay. So they let everyone decide if they want to stay. So just meet us in the cargo bay. And I remember this scene from when I originally watched it, and it wasn't good. They walk in, no one's there. I'm like, okay, sure.
I would have.
And then they go back heading towards the Alpha Quadrant.
Listen, this captain is making bad decisions here. She's gobbling up nebulas. She's landing on planets where you cannot tell what's on the surface. Could have been on.
They need some better writers, man. Because sometimes they got good shows, and I don't even remember the other people even being in it. If they were in the background. So that was another exciting episode of Chakotay's Odyssey, featuring the adventures of Janeway.